Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. Where we left off last time, we were about to enter the walled city. The Triad guard is right here. We're going to talk to him. I'm sure he has things to say. The thug taps his earpiece, gestures with his head. Auntie Cheng said you'd be coming, you can pass. Uh-huh. And that's it, that's really all we had to do. Well, in traveling to a new mission location, you'll be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They'll be patched up and ready for action next time you return to Haoi. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some dock wagon trauma kits into the field. Yeah. How many people can we have on our team? We can have 4 in total, which is kind of perfect because that is all the space we can only have 3. It seems like we should be able to have 4, but we can't. So we're going to take the decker for sure. We don't have a decker. We have a gunner. We have another gunner type person and a decker. So good enough. She's using a machine gun. We can't not bring Duncan, so yeah, confirm. I guess that's all we're taking. Just 3 people, even though there's 4 slots. Very clearly. Oh well. Kowloon Walled City, the most densely populated spot on Earth. Nearly 40,000 people crammed into 7 acres of chaos, poverty, disease, and vice. A self-contained city that collects no taxes and provides no city services. Stagnant water sits in temporary wells. Trash lies piled on roofs for controlled burns. It provides structures lean dangerously over populated areas. It's the ideal breeding ground for all manner of illicit trade, drugs, gambling, black market trade, metahuman trafficking, and everything in between. The only law is Triad law. And now you need to enter this septic system of a city, find a Triad enforcer named Strangler Bao, and deliver a message from Kindly Cheng. Alright, fair enough, that doesn't sound too bad, I guess. We'll take our gun. Oh, wait, that's it, that's what we got. We have no extra items in the stash. We are just using our AK-97, the most common assault rifle in the world. We have 1 dock wagon trauma kit, 1 Fischetti frag grenade, 2 medkits, and 1 taco. Some sort of street drug anyways. Let's go. Game auto-saved. Good to know. You have karma available. No, go away. I know I have karma. Foul, oily water rains down from above, mixes with the filth and offal and swill of the streets. Turns it into a flowing slurry of unrecognizable sewage. That is truly disgusting. In the distance, the sound of a back alley activity add to the ambiance at your arrival, breaking glass, the crackling hiss of a garbage fire, faint screams of terror punctuated by the occasional gunshot, sex and business and violence and misery blended into one. Wu winces at the stink, waves a hand in front of his face. Raymond said that prosperity is in the walled city, but I don't see it. Why the hell would he want to set 1 foot in this place? Who knows? He'd have to be insane to travel to the walled city. As I think we said, it's the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere, perhaps the worst in the world. She does her best to suppress a shudder. Can't keep the dread from creeping into her voice. I can't believe I grew up here. But I'm glad I brought you. You know the place. Isabel looks around her, closes her eyes. I wish that I didn't. She peers up at the catwalks and sky bridges that connect the rotting tenements' sagging architecture. Frowning, she points to a spot in the distance. There was a market over there when I was a kid. Might not be a bad place to start. I thought you knew where to find Strangler Bao. I do. We need to get into the Lotus Den. That's what Bao calls the little island of control that he's carved out for himself here. It's a stupid name, but it's stuck. He'll have guards posted at every entrance, but we might be able to find a way around them through the market. That's what Kindly would prefer. They probably aren't expecting anyone to come in force. We can kick in the door, drop the guards, hand over the message, and get the hell out. Kindly doesn't want them dead. She wants them to remember where their loyalties lie. It's tough to remember much of anything when you got a bullet in your head. I mean, we could kill them if you really wanted to. Technically, Bao is the only one that has to live, but I'd rather keep Auntie Cheng happy than piss her off again. We may need Kindly Cheng, but she doesn't own us. We make our own decisions. That's a good headspace to stay in. Glad you think so. Now let's get this done. Alright, so we are supposed to deliver a data stick to the Strangler. It's not a... well, it's actually kind of a grim looking place in all honesty. We're gonna go inspect this thing. A putrid stench emanates from the remains of this building. You see nothing that would cause it. That means there's worse things to find, usually. There's a bloodied woman on the ground here. Over here, help! A young woman lies on the ground. She's a bloody mess. Streaks and spatters of crimson crisscross her blouse and mat her hair. Judging by the quality of her clothing and the bag on her shoulder, you'd make her out as a student. She's as out of place here as a librarian would be in a game of urban brawl. She struggles to move, but she's clearly exhausted. The dark circles under her eyes tell you that she hasn't slept for days. When the woman sees you heading her way, her face hardens. You see her hand slip into her jacket pocket, but as she studies your faces, the fear in her eyes gives way to curiosity. You guys don't look like you're from around here. A hacking cough shakes her, but her eyes remain fixed on you. What happened to you? She looks like she can barely keep her eyes open. Predators. I'm okay though, the blood's theirs. Thought I'd rest here for a moment before I got back to work. I'm a student at HKU. She glances around watchfully, over your shoulder, at the buildings looming above her into windows nearby. Doing some research, gotta finish before I can leave. Kind of research. Field work. I've been taking readings and gathering stories for my master's thesis on Feng Shui in the Sixth World. Feng Shui in the Sixth World. What's Feng Shui? Although she's exhausted and possibly ill, the student's eyes gleam. Feng Shui is one of the 5 arts of Chinese metaphysics. Before the awakening, it was thought of as a philosophical system for harmonizing people with the surrounding environment. You know, architecture, interior design, stuff like that. Now, in the Sixth World, Feng Shui has become more than that. My thesis is about how it's actually a form of magic. The whole thing revolves around Qi, the invisible life energy that binds every person and thing together. It's very real here in Hong Kong. Nobody knows the reason why. Maybe it's only real because people believe that it is. The important thing is, it's a measurable, quantifiable phenomenon. There's an entire industry that's grown up around it. So how's the key in this place? It's wrong, all wrong. The feng shui in the walled city is completely screwed. I mean, look at the place. She gestures at the scholars surrounding you. You can feel it, right? I felt that something was wrong the minute I walked in. Bad key, huh? Key needs to flow. Positive feng shui allows that to happen. If key gets pent up and trapped, it goes sour. That's what's happening here. The woman clears her throat, then lets out a hacking cough. The effort requires a moment for her to recover before she can speak again. You know, I hate to admit it, but I could use some help. I started running... well, I guess you could call it an experiment of sorts. Nothing conclusive, just a few quick trials to support my hypothesis before I go into hardcore data gathering mode. There are only a few things left to do. If you could finish them for me, I could get out of here. She holds out a crumpled piece of paper. Please, follow the notes on this sheet. Duncan examines the paper from her outstretched hand, frowning. Just say what you need us to do. I need you to make adjustments to the area's feng shui. My notes will tell you how. The goal is to remove sources of friction and to record the results. My hypothesis is that even small adjustments can have a measurable impact on key flow, and if I'm right, it should improve, and life here should get just a little bit better. You rest, I'll take care of it. You got it. I can do a side quest. I like karma and stuff. Okay, is there like an inventory bag? I just have to repair the things. Okay. It's not really telling me what I need to do, but we'll look around. That looks like a guard. That's a merchant. Ah. Hello, merchant. What are you selling? You are selling fetishes for elementals. Pass. What's been going on around here? I heard Strangler Bow's making a move. The vendor's eyes narrow and he glances over your shoulder before he speaks. The Strangler's men are getting reckless. Too dangerous to do business in the old market now. Had to move shop. The old man is deeper inside the walled city, right? So isn't being out here on the edge kind of a step up? Depends how good of a spot you had. Mine was pretty good. People living in deeper, or living deeper inside want pretty things too, and no one else was selling them there. He looks from left to right, then shrugs. Maybe this will be a good spot. Have to wait and see. How can you stand this place? He gives you the stink eye. You mean my home? The vendor softens, becomes wistful. In my experience, you can get used to anything, regardless of how horrible it is. It just becomes normal after a while. But this place is getting worse, no question about it. The last 20, 30 years, it's been nothing but downhill. Nothing goes right here. Maybe you can change that, though. Be buying something, eh? Have you ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? No, he shakes his head. That's not something anyone would say around here. Alright. Sorry, dude, I don't need any fetishes, but let's go inspect this thing. We are going to patch the worn-out wire coating. A quick patch job with some nearby waste rubber leaves the wires safer once more. That is one repair for the walled city. Alright. Let's go see if we can finish this quest in this video. There's another thing here. That's the Lotus Den, and there are definitely guards around. This market stall has been picked clean, its owner replaced by a pool of dried blood. Oh. That poor dude. That's a lot of candles, also. Alright, that's not where we need to go to fix up this place. Let's go take a look around. Maybe down here by the smashed up woman. Nope. What about down over here? maybe? What are these things? Are those people? Oh, I think they're orcs. They're just an odd color of orc. Okay, that's where we came in. But I'm not seeing any more fixer-upper type things yet. Also, this place has incredibly depressing music. A bedraggled old woman looks up from her sewing at the sound of your approach. Clothing! Clothing! I have good quality clothing. For sale. Ever heard anyone say prosperity's in the walled city? She cocks her head like a dog listening to a noise that I can't understand. Prosperity? She sounds it out to herself. I don't know what that means. Later, lady. Sorry. You're not super helpful to me. I need to find more things to fix. So far we found 1 of 3. I wonder if the quest will tell us. There's gotta be a quest log, right? Aha, there we go. Oh, it doesn't really tell us what to do. Oh, there we go, okay. Sparking wires, broken water shut-off valve in the lower level, and the burning tires past the market. Okay, so we need to continue on further in order to get that quest completed. Alright, let's quick save and talk to this guy before and see what happens. Maybe we wanted to shoot him. A well-muscled man, or a well-westled and heavily tattooed Triad member looks up from his PDA, bored but alert. Behind him, the other Yellow Lotus soldiers take notice and turn to leer at you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, tourist boy. You and all of your little tourist friends. I'm a local. I work for Kindly Chang. Show me some respect. The Triad soldier sneers at her. That's so. Then you already know that you shouldn't be here. That fossil doesn't run things around here anymore. His hand strays into his jacket and a conspicuous bulge in the fabric. Could be a gun, a knife, or a blackjack. Best get moving, little girl. Best move before we hurt you all real bad. I'm not gonna tell you twice. Relax, we're just here to check on the local merchants. The merchants belong to Bao now. He waves you off. Get lost. We could shoot them, but we're not supposed to, so we're gonna find another way in, or try to anyways. What about over here? Doesn't look like we can do anything with that. Maybe we can talk to some other people. Let's talk to this merchant and see if he has a way in. It's possible. Nope, he doesn't have anything to say to us. Maybe the, student knows something that we didn't ask her about. Nope, she's just standing there. Oh, there's something down... Oh, that's not where she is. That's just a person. The student's down here. Nope, still working on it. Alright, we need to possibly shoot those people. I'm not opposed to shooting people. Maybe we can lie past again. It doesn't look like we have any other way across. There's nothing to interact with. There's no path that takes us anywhere else, so we'll just, possibly end their little stupid existences. Can I just go through? We told you to get lost. You didn't listen. Now I'm thinking you need to be taught a lesson. Well, that didn't work out exactly as planned, but I'm okay with the way this is turning out. Oh, there's a fourth one. Well, we are, like, really close, and we can probably just not mow someone down, because that was terrible, terrible damage. In retrospect, I deeply wish I had moved Eltimar behind actual cover, but we'll be fine. Ooh, almost. There we go, he died. Oh, that was an optional objective. Okay, we should reload and figure this out, because we need to... I kind of want to do the optional objectives in the game if I can. If I can. There's no guarantee that we're going to be able to do that. We'll try and talk to the captain again and see if we can get past somehow. Maybe there's a convincing option or something. Alternatively, I'll look around a little bit more. See if there's just something we missed. Which is distinctly possible. I've never played this before, so this is all kind of trial and error. No, they definitely don't want to talk anymore. Maybe we can go past them this way? Yeah, there's something else down here. Okay, perfect. There's more to explore. There's a tire fire. You come upon a heavily muscled Triad soldier screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. The punk wags a cheap, disposable cred stick in the old man's face. This The bright plastic case would look cheerful if it wasn't smeared with blood. This isn't enough. You got two options, old man. You can find a way to pay me all the money, or you can drag your bony ass deeper into the wall. Find a spot for yourself there with the pimps and the predators. They should find a nice use for you. Your choice. The old man wails. It's not fair. I can't just pack up and leave. I've been living here for 22 years, and I... Is that how it's going to be? He rolls his burly shoulders. Fine by me. Damn. What an asshole. Also, I'm just gonna fix the fire. No, we can't fix the fire. How do we fix the fire? It's raining. There's gotta be a way to fix them. Alright, we'll talk to this guy first. Oh, there's a bucket of sand. We can fix it with that. He is out cold. Well, let's get the bucket of sand first. Maybe we should medkit him? I don't know if we can. Let's pour some sand on this tire fire, and then we're gonna call it a video. Pour the bucket of sand on the flames. The flames are stifled beneath the dirty sand and soil from the bucket. Perfect. 2 out of 3. That man is out cold. We didn't get a chance to do anything about that whole situation, but we can go to the lower levels, which is here. And we'll do that in the next video. So like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.